Hey guys, I'd like to welcome you to our free training back office. We're here. I'm going to give you a full overview on how this back office works, but also there are 3 items I would like to go over on this video before you get started. The first one is I would like to go and give you a background about myself, about who I am, why I'm offering this program to you. Just to recap on it, because on my first video I did talk about it, but usually some people fill out my form and go right ahead and they don't even watch my full video on my homepage, and I just want to make sure you got an idea why I'm doing this. The second thing is I will be going over this free back office to give you basically a complete idea on what this is about. And then finally, I'm going to go over my master's course training to help you realize the value of what that course can be for you. So let's get started. So my background is I am a big entrepreneur where I just love starting up businesses. And maybe I shouldn't say big entrepreneur. I love starting companies and selling them, starting them and selling them. But I'm no well-known entrepreneur on the internet. I don't take a lot of fame online about what I do. I'm just a simple guy that basically has a simple family out in the country where we sit on 3 acres of land. But then I start up the companies. I run them for about 3 to 5 years, and I sell them because that's what I do to provide for my family. I never had this thought in mind about setting up a training program like this. I just had the thought throughout my whole life. I just want to start up companies and sell them and just keep that lifestyle and keep building up my investment portfolio, because I have a lot of capital now that I've accumulated from the sales of my companies, and I just pour it into my next business is what I like to do. So the companies that I run today are pretty awesome. Just get you an idea about what I do today, because I do run about 4 companies, and so I am a pretty busy guy, but I would like to set up this training program to help educate and help people as I go along. But with the 4 companies I run today is I run a manufactured home company where we deliver manufactured homes throughout the United States, and they're just a lot more unique than the average manufactured homes, because I realize there's a problem in the world that many of them are not built the way that, very efficiently. I do not like the way that they use crappy electrical and plumbing and crappy framing, that I decided, I'm going to build them better. The next thing I ended up doing for one of my companies is we build off-grid, sustainable campers is what we do, because I found that a lot of campers out there, they are only designed to be powered on propane or gas or diesel, and also they have the black water. And what I like is I like to build campers. They're completely sustainable. You can park them out in the woods for hunting or other reasons, and you never have to worry about refueling. Really big deal, and we've had a really amazing success with having these completely off-grid campers that we built in the past. The next business that we have is we do solar generators for households, because majority of households in the United States have solar. They don't even have a battery backup system, which I think is rather pathetic. If the power goes out from the grid, you're not going to be able to store your power now from your solar panels, because most people expect to just get a check from the power company when their solar panels are fed back to there. But when the power goes out, now you can't store that power anymore because the power company went out. So what we do is we explain that to our customers and say, we need to upgrade your house with a battery backup system so you don't have to worry about losing that energy that is a valuable energy to you. So the final company I run is a marketing firm where we do a lot of advertising and lead generation for big companies. I don't just do little meaningless little lead generation sales, but we do a lot of sales through medical equipment, excavating, general contractors, doctors, attorneys, stuff like that we've done a lot of lead generation for, and it's been pretty fun. So those are basically the 4 companies that I've had a lot of work with, but I am working on selling my manufactured home company this year. In about 6 to 7 months, that company will be sold, probably by this spring. And then I'll be working on the other companies just to build them up. And after I get them well established for their 3 to 5 year term, then I will sell them. So that's basically what I do. I just like to set up these companies and sell them, get a nice check in the end, and then move on to the next. So I will teach you about that on my master's course on if you want to sell your companies and how I do it. But the thing is, you could hold on to your companies, keep that cash flow if you want. But I don't know. Maybe I have ADHD. I just like to find or ADD or whatever it's called. But what I like to do is I like to find opportunities, set them up, and sell them. I just can't stay in one spot. I like to just keep moving on to new ideas, and that's what I like to do. So, our free training course, what I like to do is go over basically setting up your company, and where basically I know this sounds silly, but I want you to treat your company like you're treating your child, and hopefully that's in a good way. And even if you don't have children, but what I love about my children is that I want to give them the best. I want my children to do all the good things that I've learned in life, and I'm trying to have them avoid all the bad things. Basically, all the negative things I learned in life that really messed me up, then I just don't want them to experience that. I want them to experience the greater things in life to become the best individual possible. I'm okay if they learn from their mistakes, but I want them to avoid some of the horrible things that I don't want them to experience. And same thing for our business, guys. Every time I start a new company, I get better at it because I learn from my mistakes. And so what I do is it's best to learn even for children, it's best to learn from other people's mistakes as well, so my children don't screw up like what they have. Same thing for my companies. The next company I'm going to form, I'm going to get all the good things I've learned and put it into that new company and avoid all the crappy, stupid mistakes I made from the other companies. And doing that, I can be able to build that company far better, far faster, and more efficiently, that I can be able to sell that for far better or far higher cost than I've done for other businesses. I hope that makes sense, but it's a big deal to me that I want to have the mindset that I want to treat my companies like how I treat my children. And doing it that way, it is a much more personal and greater experience for me to have a better relationship on building up that business in the future, and also show people how much that company means to me. It's a pretty big deal. So that means I want you to love your business. I want you to do what you love to do and nourish that business and treat it as a child, to know that you are going to grow it to be something great. The next thing I want you to do is I want your business to solve a problem. Don't ever treat your business as something that is a like, but treat it as something that is a need. I need your customers to know that it's something that they're truly going to need in the future, or need right now, no matter what it may be. Even if it's an entertaining product, you need to make sure it's a need to them, so they don't think twice about it, that they know immediately that they need to buy your product immediately. Then next, we're going to interview your competition. You got to make sure you go to your competition and figure out the ins and outs on what's making them stick out from the rest, and then you got to figure out how you're going to make yourself better than them. That's a pretty big deal. Then next, you're going to pre-launch your startup. I'm going to teach you about how you're going to pre-launch it, so you can announce it to the world and get people excited about it. And then I'm going to talk to you about getting devoted followers for your business. You need to make sure that you basically get those devoted followers, because the thing about people that absolutely adore your company, they're going to be willing to share your company to others. They're going to be willing to buy the next new product from your company. They are a huge, huge asset to your business, and that's why I love talking about devoted followers. And then we're going to talk about direct marketing to find private lenders. It's nice to rub shoulders with private lenders in the flesh, in person, because it's a lot more likely you're going to close on those guys than finding someone just through the phones. Then next, I'm going to talk about the future outcome of your company. Every investor is going to want to know where your company is going to be in 3 to 5 years, because either one, they're going to know if you're going to sell your company, or maybe they might want to have the interest in buying your company in 3 to 5 years. And then next, we're going to talk about building your business reputation. Reputation is key, guys. You need to make sure you present it well, efficiently, and then make sure you don't get any crap on the back end of your company, to ensure that people are going to really enjoy looking at how well your business is presented, but also how well people really look at your company. Then next, we're going to talk about day-to-day planning for your business. How often are you really managing your business on the back end by planning things out, making sure you're making it better the next day. And I'm going to be talking about that. And then we're going to go over presenting your product or service to your lenders. You need to make sure you have a good, effective business plan to present to them. And then next will be to follow up with your lenders, but you don't want to harass them. You don't want to bug them too much, but just keep nudging them carefully to just ask them if they're still interested and see if you can still talk to them about your startup. And then next, you're going to get a lot of no's, guys, and that's why every startup needs motivation. I'm going to teach you about that, about how you can motivate yourself throughout your business, even if you get a lot of no's, and that's going to happen. And then I'm going to talk to you about crowdfunding, the difference between getting private lenders and crowdfunding. I don't like crowdfunding. I prefer to work with private lenders because I can get $50,000 from one individual, but in crowdfunding, you're only going to get $50,000 from probably 1,000 individuals. So it's important that you basically work with those two different type of areas. Are you willing to work with a mass amount of people to get $50,000 or just one individual? And then I'm going to talk about where you're going to find these private lenders through a variety of groups like Facebook, franchise networks, ringless voicemails, and Craigslist and other networks. And I'm going to go over all these different networks I've found these guys. And then I'm going to talk to you about small talk, why that's a highly valuable technique I use to do small talk with investors after closing the deal with them. And then, guys, we're going to go over my advertising. My advertising is a big deal, where the first step I go over on my free advertising training is I want you to build trust with your customers by educating them. I'm preaching this right now on this video, where I'm educating you about my system, and I'm not even asking money for it yet. And the thing is, I want you to basically teach your customers about your product. Just give them so much information, but not all of it. But when you do that, you're going to build that relationships of trust with that customer. After they trust you, then they're going to want to buy from you. So education is key when it comes to your products and services. So, and then next, we're going to go over a variety of ways I advertise my businesses. I am big time into YouTube, guys. I do a lot of YouTube advertising through YouTube ad placement, shout outs, and also YouTube exposure on my ads. And then I go over other networks that I like to go through, such as I have a unique government website sources I find where I do business-to-business sales, where I prefer to do business-to-business sales than business-to-consumer. It's what I love to do. I'm going to talk about that. And then how to build lead capture pages, and then how to do solo ads, because email marketing is a pretty big deal to me. And then I do a lot of phone sales. I'm going to talk to you about how to do ringless voicemail sales, and then do Facebook advertising through Facebook groups. That's been a pretty big deal to me. And then finally, I'm going to talk about milestones in your business. You know, after you do all your sales and everything else, create milestones to reward yourself in your business. Finally, this video at the very end, everybody's always looking forward to this, but I want you to go this at the very, very end of all this training is some startup business ideas. I have probably about over a couple dozen amazing business ideas out there, but I've ran about 12 good successful businesses so far in the past 20 years, but I'm always have new ideas coming ahead, and I'm going to share with you a handful of good business ideas that have already become successful for me that you can listen on this video. And you could take it as you will. Maybe you want to set up those companies, or you can basically just try some other ideas. Again, guys, I want you to do what you love to do. Now, after everything that you have learned in my back office here, from all my capital training where I'm helping you set up your company and properly present it to the investors, and then everything that you're going to get from my advertising strategies, along with my startup business ideas, all this is free, guys. You really do not have to pay anything for this. And honestly, my master's course training, you probably already know, is the only section that you're going to be getting all this information accessible. Basically, on my free training, you're not going to be able to get access to all my templates, all my contracts, and anything else that I have provided on these attachments. None of this is included in the free training. But listen, guys, I spent 20 years getting all this knowledge that I'm sharing with you on these videos. But only thing you're not going to get is those templates. But you can really set up your company and do everything you want to really become successful with these free trainings. So you don't need to pay a flip amount of money just to get access to all that information. You can get that figured out yourself. But if you really want to take your business to the next level and really get things moving forward, then I do welcome you to become a member of our master's training course. But the thing is, not everybody is welcome there, in my opinion. Because the thing is, I'm not going to allow everybody to actually sign up for our master's course training. And just to let you know, it is $2,000 to become a member of the master's training course program. And I really only want people who are serious entrepreneurs who really want to grow their business and not mess around and actually get started on it. So basically, the only way you're going to get access to my master's training course is you are going to be clicking on this link, and I got another video you're going to watch. But in this section here, you are going to get access to a application form. You need to fill out this form. I really want to know who you are. I want to know who you are, what kind of business you want to start up, or what do you need? Do you need capital? Do you need business, build business credit? Are you seeking a business loan? Do you want to generate leads? What do you want to do? I really want to get to know you before I have you put any money down on this website, because my time is valuable, and I rather pick and choose who I work with than getting any average Joe to come to the page. Because I see, as I explained before on my training program, I spy on my competition. And I looked at the reviews of my competitors that start up training programs. About majority or half the people that pay to get into these training programs regret putting money into these programs because they end up deciding that they really did not want to use that program. Or maybe the guy did rip them off because he's a scam artist. Guys, I'm not a scam artist. I don't want to be one because I already am making enough money for what I do that I'm just doing this as a hobby on the side where I really just want to help you. So the thing is, I don't want to mess up my reputation, and I don't want to waste your time by having you come to my master's training course and screw yourself up with it. So that's why I want you to take this carefully by just follow my free trainings, and then just go apply whatever you can for your business. And then if you really, really need that help, and if you really want me to help you out, then yes, apply here, and I will personally talk to you and make sure this is right for you. And then we can go from there to see if this is the best step for you to follow. Okay? Now, the last two things you're going to get in my master's course, if you do want to get access to it, are two items that I would like to share with you. The first item is you're going to be getting access to the companies that I actually have started up myself that have proven to work. And there's plenty of room for many people to start up those companies. And there's a lot of money you can make out of those businesses. I'm going to give you a roadmap on how I set up those companies. So right now in the master's course, you're going to get access probably to 4 companies so far I have online. Again, I'm running 4 companies right now. So usually in the evenings, I work on trying to get more of my PDF templates set up and my videos set up for the other companies I've run in the past. And I'm going to teach you on how I set up those companies. And so my goal is I'm going to have over a dozen businesses, startup businesses, you can set up through my master's course, showing you the ones that actually legitimately have worked out for me. Now, the final thing I do offer my master's course is my services. I don't really want to offer my services just to free members. If you're really going to spend money on a master's course, then you are motivated. You are someone who's serious and who really wants to run a business. And I prefer you to watch all my videos here so you're knowledgeable at how to find lenders and how to advertise before you even bother talking to me about setting up a business through my services. I prefer to have you educated to some line of degree before you even bother talking to me. Because if I talk to someone who doesn't know jack about, how to set up a business or how to talk to an investor, it's not worth my time. I'm sorry, but it's really not worth my time. So what you're going to get on my services is, one, I can actually help set up your lead campaign where you're going to get investors contacting you about your existing company, but I need to make sure you have your company set up before we set up your lead generation system to get the investors coming to you saying, yeah, I'm interested in funding your business. The other thing I can do for my service is I can help set up your advertising campaigns for your company so you can start generating leads for your customers, for your business, and I can set all that up for you. Now, the thing is, my services are not cheap. My time is valuable. I run companies today that, as we speak right now, I have actually my 3 guys on my crew that are waiting on me. So in about 10 minutes after I'm done with this, I got to go back and work with my crews. So the thing is, usually in the evenings when I'm in my work truck driving home, that's when I usually try and talk to people because I got about an hour drive to where I go to. So the thing is, that's the only time I talk to people is generally in the evenings, or if I do have a little bit of time during the day, I do try and talk to people. So, but the thing is, that's what I do is I'll have those 2 segments I can do for you. The last 2 services that I have that I'll offer in my master's course is that I can set up your company for you. I will basically find a product idea. We need to find out what you love to do, what's a good product line we can set up for you. I will then set up your website. I'll set up your product to display. I'll even find a manufacturer to manufacture your product for you. I can set up a completely new business for you if you want me to. And then finally, my last service, I'm taking a big risk here. I can set up a done-for-you business where it's already set up. You literally don't even have to do anything. But I do recommend you to look at the company from time to time and make sure it's running properly. And I'll give you some tips on what you need to do to maintain the company. Those companies are mainly through the social media and more of a digital product line or service that you're going to be offering as a done-for-you business. But those are not cheap. I'm thinking I'm going to have to price those done-for-you companies for anywhere from $20,000 to $40,000 for a company that will be already making money. So I can do that because I know how to start up companies pretty quickly. So that is basically my master's course. Is one, you get access to all these tabs. 2, I offer my services to set up everything for you. Or 3, you can get access to the companies I've already set up that you can just set it up yourself. And that's it. But guys, you don't really need to pay any money to do this. Just follow my free trainings, take it step by step, boost your existing business or start up your own company yourself, and have at it and have fun. Because that's what we're here for. We're here to have fun and take the bull by the horns and just make your company as big as you want and have as much fun as you want and change your lifestyle and enjoy time with your family as I do with my 3 beautiful children every single night. And again, treat your business like you would treat your child, and hopefully that's in a good way. Because I love being a father. I love being a husband. And if I treat a company the way I treat my family today, it's a beautiful thing to do. And I love it. But again, thank you so much for watching this video. I really want to help you. I really want to make a difference. And this has been really exciting for me. So if you have any questions, let me know. But if not, take each video step by step and change your life today. Again, thank you so much. You have a wonderful day.